There was no help, no fire department, not in our area. We didn't see one until now that they're coming by.
On the flip side of that, I can sit there and say, well, you need to do something at the homeless cabins. A lot of the fires lately, especially in California, are the homeless. Also the dismanagement of the forest.
Wow.
It's just a situation like this. You had the Palisade fire start, and then you had this one start. You're stretching the resources.
The firefighters, they're stretched thin up here. They've helped as much as they could.
But you're really not going to stop when fire like this.
Bro, I've never seen anything like this. It feels like literally like an apocalypse. This is my old elementary, engulfed in flames right by my mom's house. Yeah, bro, everything's just going to shit right now.
We were here for over 40 years. Now it's all gone.
Just seeing stuff like this just brings me to tears, bro. I just had to go water down my homie's house, took his bird. Homie was just chilling. He left him there because he left him last night.
That's a cockatiel!
Damn. I can't leave animals there, bro. No animal, no life gets left behind.
Yo, what up? We were in Altadena, California.
Fucking Altadena, homie.
There's smoke and fire all around us.
10 people have been killed in the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles.
This is one of the 5 wildfires that have broke out in LA in the past 24 hours.
It just, I don't know, it just keeps sparking up back by itself. It just doesn't turn off.
As you can see, unfortunately, this house did not survive. Still on fire, pretty depressing. We're gonna talk to some people around here and see how they're being affected, so let's get into it.
My name is Susana Larios, and as you can see, my house burned this morning. We just lost everything. Thank God that we're all alive, that we were able to evacuate and, go to safety until now that we return back to see our house gone. This is unreal. We've been here for 13 years. Everything is gone. We didn't even get a chance to actually take anything out of our house.
Was there anything in the house in particular that you feel like you're really sad about not being able to get?
Our family pictures, our dog's ashes. We had them cremated and they were in our house, and, just those personal belongings. Everything else is material. It can be replaced. But memories, when they were young, my kids were young, I will never get those pictures back.
What's one of your favorite memories here?
We had a pool, so,
yeah.
Family times, barbecues, summer, this is the place to be. I think first time coming into the house, pool wasn't ready, but our dog decided to jump in, so we went after him.
He actually fell in the pool, and he went in a swampy pool and rescue him from drowning.
Oh, you did?
Because he didn't know how to swim, and he was, running around in a circle and fell in the pool. So
was that the same dog whose ashes was in there, or a different dog?
No, it's the same.
Nike.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, the same ashes.
What kind of dog was Nike?
A bull terrier.
Yeah, that's the pool.
We had a pool table over there. It's gone. This is the back house to the house. You can't see not even one room. It's a 2-story house.
As far as
it's a
fire
crater.
insurance, is that something that you had?
I hope so. I mean, yes, that's one of the things I remember talking to our agent, State Farm, and hopefully we do have that insurance.
State Farm canceled hundreds of homeowners' insurance policies for residents in many of the same areas in the path of the Southern California wildfires. The insurance company's reasoning for canceling policies was due to concerns about the increased frequency and magnitude of wildfires in the state. The company deemed the decision a necessary business strategy to prevent, quote, financial failure.
I sent her the picture of the house when it was burning. Mm-hmm. So, she's going to give me our policy number and help me out with whatever I can.
Well, I hope that insurance covers a lot of this stuff. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Yes, I hope so. We'll see what happens when we reach out to them, if they can help us. But everything else is gone.
Guys, people are the dialogue is so branded in this chat and everywhere that people don't understand it, bro. People are saying the same argument on both sides with this Luigi guy. The Luigi guy is a fucking retard, okay? World class, superstar, mega retard, okay? Flat out. This is nothing to do with anything.
Do you have an email address for people out there who might want to help you and get in touch with you?
Sure. It's Estrada. That's ESTRADA_S@yahoo.com.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know it's a sensitive time, so thanks for giving us the time of day. I appreciate y'all very much.
Unlike the Pacific Palisades area on the west side, an affluent area where many celebrities' homes unfortunately burnt down, Altadena is a diverse, working-class suburb located just north of Pasadena in the foothills of the Angeles National Forest. As we've seen, many in the area have been critical about the lack of fire department response, and across the world, everybody seems to be pointing fingers at who to blame for the wildfires. However, many locals understand that the magnitude of these fires is unprecedented, and that firefighters and first responders are doing everything they can to keep the fire contained, which is particularly difficult due to the state's crippling water crisis, a situation that by all measures is a direct result of climate change, overconsumption, and corporate greed. Many people don't know this, but LA and San Diego have been out of water for years, and now purchase most of their fresh water from privatized corporations, like the Wonderful Company, owned by a billionaire couple called the Resnicks, who systematically export drinking water from agricultural counties like Kern and Imperial. This practice has already caused devastating ecological and health impacts on communities like Bombay Beach, California, which we plan to cover in an upcoming video.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
I don't know. It all depends on if they can save the seed.
But back to Altadena.
Everybody stretched in from the Palisade fire to the Eaton fire here on the east side of Pasadena, over by the museum, the Silmar fire, 210. So it.
Chat, most of these problems, most of these things, chat, I feel like are a lot more complicated than people making them seem to be. And people oversimplify it because it makes the argument look better or whatever. But it's not that simple.
It's already, everybody's already stretched in and trying to cover all these hot spots. It's like, which way do you go? Yeah. So, you know, I come in.
Guys, my house was on fire. Fire department didn't come and water it. That's because, like, clearly they were, like, focused on the wrong things. And I know better. They should have been at my house watering it down. Like, duh.
Firefighters and first responders, everybody stretched in. We're all trying to help the best way we can. Stuff like this, there's no way to prevent it because how can you prepare for it? I mean, how can you prepare for it? And once the wind's picked up.
They don't know the strategy the firemen were working with, what they were doing, the strategy that they had, the resources that they had. These guys are like professionals making calls based on what they had and doing the best that they can. They're like real life superheroes, and you think that some brain dead fucking like Magatar on Twitter, dude. Clearly, you can see what's going on, but nobody wants to talk about it. Guys, something is happening here, and nobody's even saying anything about the topic. Weird? Question mark? Vaxxed? Question mark? Do your own research? Question mark? Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
The embers traveled, and then the power lines going, one little ember, plus high winds, just the smallest little fuel source. It just sparked, whether it's leaves, canopies, you know, from easy ups, anything like that, everything just went up.
Like many others, this concerned citizen that we talked to decided to take matters into his own hands and stay put to protect his neighborhood, despite evacuation orders issued by the city.
Me, I was born and raised here, my childhood home, so I did everything I could to save it. We're a pretty tight-knit community. My next door neighbors, we all grew up with each other since we were kids. A lot of my buddies were, you know, coming through with supplies and generators. We managed to save, you know, my dad's house, next door neighbor, and these 4 houses. With the help of some other guys, you know, we wet all the roofs, the floors.
Okay, this is incorrect. This is simple. Every state has wildfire prevention tactics except for California. California doesn't control burns. Okay. Unfortunately, that's actually somewhat true. California has gone full libtard-brained, and they think they can have it all. They think they can have it every way, all the ways, do everything. Yep, don't even, it's not true. True. They think they live in this fucking fairy tale land, brother, and when shit goes wrong, they blame everything else on themselves. Hey, let's not look at history and what type of country, what type of system did the same blame tactics. It's communism.
Got the fires out. First the fire started over here, and then my son and I, we just kept the water and kept all the ambers from jumping from house to house. So
we managed to save some houses on the back street, Navarro. We managed to save those with water hoses. We managed to survive, but, you know, unfortunate for my other neighbors, they didn't make it. Yeah. You know, all their stuff is gone.
I cooked hard.
It hurts.
I just cooked hard.
Yeah, it hurts.
I just cooked hard. You know, I cooked hard.
He deserves it.
While some people were able to stay back and protect their homes from catching on fire, others followed city orders and evacuated, with the hopes that they'd get lucky and their house would be spared. However, most people in Altadena did not get so lucky. As you walk through the neighborhood uphill toward Angeles National Forest, nearly every structure is destroyed, aside from a select few. Here's an interview with the recently evacuated family who returned home to find their house burnt to the ground. This is a very emotional interview, so viewer discretion is advised.
Skipping.
He started the West Hills fire because that was started at a parking lot. He's going to come over here and light up this area.
Oh my gosh. No, this is crazy. I can't even believe it. Because I'm like
a 30-year-old guy, you know.
Crazy. Because I'm like, how does a fire jump literal cities?
I know. I can understand there, but all the way over
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
These people are so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable, dude. Brother, the whole thing is burning down, and they think that like some one guy putting up a fire is like the cause of what's been going on everywhere. Bro, stop. Come on, bro. Vax? Question mark?
Okay. Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw a guy with a glass of water, and he dropped it in the ocean. Now I know who's been making the water levels rise. Now I know. Now I've figured it out. Who's been doing that for the last 5-10 years? Gosh darn it. Oh. Who asked? Wait, global warming? Nope. One man with a glass of water found it. Vax? Question mark? Holy shit. You guys have lost it.
Let's get to our ongoing coverage of the devastating wildfires.
Residents wanting to check on their homes to get back into the Palisades to see if their homes are still standing, get past this area here. Unfortunately, for most of them, depending on where they live, the news is not going to be good.
The Ralphs is gone, the Gelsons is gone, the library's gone. You know, 2/3 of the town is gone, and every other home is.
Yes, even though a lot of fires are started by people, and people do gender reveal party, bang, everything. I understand this. Why would somebody be going around starting up fires as the whole city's already burning?
Hey dummy, the most damaging fires in CA history are started by people. Look it up, most of them are man-made, not nature.
And destroyed. And maybe the toughest thing you see here, residents who have been able to come back to their homes, and they're sifting through them trying to find anything they can, anything of value that may have survived these fires.
Because this
One
is
of the big dangers
California,
here in this
we
devastated
aren't known for
Palisades
mentally well
neighborhood.
residents.
Power lines. You can see this one is
Two,
just
two,
dangling.
do,
It's
do,
not
Max
just the
Verstappen.
lines themselves, it's the power poles. We're going to stay back a bit, but if you look
You
closely
clearly
at the
don't
bottom, you
know
can
what
see
you
it's
are
charged.
talking about.
They think possibly
That's
because it's so charred down there and
question mark.
burned, it has been weakened, and these poles could topple over. One of the things we heard a lot was there was a lack of water pressure up in this area when the fire was raging. And you can see this looks to be a water softener that's still leaking water. And you have to imagine dozens, maybe hundreds of leaks like this all throughout this neighborhood contributing to that low water pressure. And you can really see the heat of the fire that came through here. Believe it or not, this is a Tesla, or was a Tesla. Anything
XQCL, I'm
that's
sorry
not
for
metal
being
has
cringed
just
that
been
one time in
vaporized. Even
Rivals
the
Love You
rubber on the
X.
tires completely gone. All the cloth on the seats. So this fire moved here with ferocity. So, I mean, those are the things, right, that we were looking at.
45-month
One of the most poignant moments of our reporting last night. We were getting ready to do a live shot for one of our shows, and so I was kind of concentrating on what I was going to say, and all of a sudden I hear these screams. I was like, what is happening? And it was
Fires raging over in California. Did you know about the Tasmanian connection?
Big ass Tasmanian blue gum eucalyptus.
Yeah, eucalyptus trees and eucalyptus groves are everywhere in California.
This is invasive Tasmanian blue gum eucalyptus.
I had a conversation with David Bowman, who's a pyrogeology professor and fire scientist at the University of Tasmania.
The people in California think of the blue gums. Many of them believe that they're native plants. They're so ubiquitous. And they were brought over to California during the Californian gold rushes from Australia because they grow quickly, and then they've naturalised. They look slightly different to the blue gums here because they don't have the same insects and possums and things, so they've got very dense canopies.
Oh.
So they are part of the natural landscape for sure.
They are flammable. In fact, from my experience, they need heat and fire to rejuvenate. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is part of a problem.
What?
Over in California, there's been fires in some of these blue gum areas because they've escaped into the wild around cities, particularly San Francisco. And when there are fires, they love it. And so they perpetuate, they reseed and they resprout, and then they become quite dense in the landscape. And then, of course, people like them.
I don't know, guys, what's the theory here? Is that the Australians are burning it down so that there's more trees?
The rural areas. And they're very combustible foliage because there's nothing to, as I said, to eat the live foliage, and then the dried foliage builds up and it's got oils, so it's incredibly combustible. And that has led to friction in some Californian communities because people love these beautiful trees, but then other people are aware that they're a fire hazard and they want them removed.
As they're trying to put out the fires over in the States and California.
Well, why the fuck did they even start growing these mother suckers here anyway? Guys, why did they even plant those busters?
What are the lessons that we can learn back here at home?
I would see this as a sort of a preview of what could happen to a place like Hobart. And rather than getting sad about it, I mean, it is obviously sad, what we should do is see that we've been given a really golden opportunity to focus on thinking about how we can live more sustainably with bushfires, better evacuation plans, better fuel treatment around our suburbs, better housing and gardens.
Now, why is everything fake in LA? I don't get it. Guys, the palm trees are everywhere. None of them are born there. Every tree is from elsewhere. Why didn't they just go to California when they spawned in and say, yo, let's just live here and chill what we got?
Design better fuel and fire awareness, so people are just understanding that all year round they should be thinking about fire, not just thinking about fire because LA's burning.
Going to be playing Overwatch today?
Hey there, Mark. We're right here in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains where the LA City Fire Department is about to lose one of their helipods. They had a whole line of fire trucks here just seconds ago and quickly had to move out of position and get away from these flames as these very, very tall flames race up the hillside and are about to take away two of the precious pools that these firefighting helicopters have been dipping into to get water, refill, and then quickly dump on this fire. But right now they are losing a lot of apparatus. They're losing those pools. They're losing some porta potties that have been set up there as they have been kept out there, keeping an eye on this fire. But as this Palisades fire, this stubborn fire continues to chew through the mountains, it is behaving unpredictably, and you can see some of that equipment right there. There's a couple of containers set up right there. That looks like maybe an office that they might use, but in any event, they are moving out of here. We saw firefighters running running away from this ridge line just moments ago and moving their fire trucks out of this area as this fire
these embers are
quickly
fucking
exploded.
Dude,
this little
that's
flare up
insane.
here
Look!
quickly exploded and has turned into an inferno in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains. I should say this is all happening within a box that they have painted around this fire. There is fire retardant along all of these fire roads, and they are hoping that this fire behaves accordingly and stays within that box. The wind is pushing the fire to the south as the fuel is to the north. It's continuing to provide life to this fire. So it's basically a situation that they are dealing with. But right now, there are no homes under threat. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
1G.
Okay, chat. Guys, I thought when he said fire retardant, I thought he said fire retardant, he was talking about the fireman.
Right, so the embers are blowing in the opposite direction. The embers are blowing to the south, but these guys are escaping to the north to get away from the fire, and that is where the fire line is, and that on the other side of the line is where the San Fernando Valley is. Rob, if you can go ahead and pull out, I want to put all of this in perspective if we could. The fire that we're looking at here, we are looking from north to south, the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific Palisades on the other side of that smoke. On the left side of your screen, yep, that's the fire. There's the Pacific Palisades. There's all of the destruction that we've been reporting on.
Is that all the fires that are left, or is there more?
In the middle of your screen is a fire road where there is a thick line of fire retardant with dozers and fire crews lining that fire road right there that are ready just in case this fire jumps the fire line. But the fire is being pushed by the wind in the opposite direction. So the only fire that's moving towards the San Fernando Valley is fuel-driven fire, not wind-driven fire. Those embers are actually flowing in the opposite direction. If we widen out one more time, you can see the proximity from the fire line right there in the middle of your screen and Tarzana on the left-hand side of your screen. There are so many people across this part of the San Fernando Valley who are very concerned about what they're seeing. That is the Encino Reservoir right there. They are using that as well to refill those helicopters with water. So that's a great tool at their disposal. But all of those people who live on the San Fernando Valley side are looking up and seeing a very ominous cloud and a very ominous sight as these flames are starting to kind of flap over the ridgeline and really putting up quite a show. They're really going to light up the night sky as the sun goes down here. But right now, there is quite a distance. It's almost an optical illusion.
That wasn't bad at
we
all.
are based in Van Nuys Airport, and when we were looking at this fire from the Van Nuys area, it looked like the fire was right there. But you can see just how much distance there is between the Palisades fire on the right and the San Fernando Valley communities on the left-hand side of your screen. And right now, you have hundreds of firefighters.
Bro, it looks like it ruined the regen.
Sure that this fire
it's going to be harder for that part to regen, and then it's going to go get more. Well, people live right there. Hey! What's up with this foreshadowing, cameraman? Also, these are massive houses. What the fuck?
That's right. The Santa Ana winds are blowing the fire away from Tarzana, away from the San Fernando Valley in the opposite direction towards the Pacific Ocean. The only reason that fire is creeping up towards the fire line is because there is so much bright fuel that is really giving life to this fire. And in addition to that, they are making water drops at the same time. There was a report just about an hour ago that there was another drone sighted in the area. And I think there may have been a pause at one point in some of the aerial activity. But in any event, you can see they have brought back these helicopters, and they are continuing to pound the fire. But really, the fuel is just so much that is too much to really, I mean, there's not enough water to put this fire out. It's just a matter of stopping the fuel that is providing this fire.
That is massive. Chat, why don't they get more copters? 3 copters? Why don't they get like fucking 6 helicopters?
It's been the whole we're all on edge, and especially if you live on this side of the Santa Monica Mountains, you're especially on edge today because ever since earlier this afternoon, it really has been
not enough water to drop. Are you fucking brain dead?
That as the sun goes down,
they just showed on the side that there's a massive
it's
pool.
Look even scarier as you see the really rich, bright orange glow coming from right up on top of the hill. But if everything goes according to plan, and they are the experts that are strategizing this plan, they have drawn a box around this fire and doing everything they can to prevent this fire from moving north past that fire road.
Shut up, dog, and watch.
Bro, explain to me why they don't get like at least 10 chapters. Money. Nope, you're trolling. No waste money. Bro, they're losing $1 billion of fucking money every hour this goes on. Or 30 minutes. And they're not spending like 100 mil on chapters to do rounds on this shit.
67,777,700.
Hey, this is a human. This is the human nature. If you asked every rich person in his neighborhood to put 50K to help efforts of defund, they'd probably think, nah, we're not doing that. People would rather probably lose their homes to fucking literally. I'm telling you.
I poop in my shower drain and smash it with my toes.
You can make a study about this, and I'm telling you that they would probably vote against it.
I keep losing them.
Did I miss it?
So a helispot is a little mini camp where they station these large pools for the helicopters to dip into. And by the way, it does look like there is a firefighting vehicle down there. It looks like a truck that is now catching on fire there. This is one of the trailers that they are losing. They had to leave some things behind as they really they ran out of here in a hurry. We literally saw them speeding through the flames.
How much does it cost to have a chopper that carries
running
water
away from these flames? Because as the fire was creeping north, some of these stray flames just kind of whipped up the mountainside and just enveloped this entire fire road. And it did it a little bit unexpectedly, obviously, because they were really running in a rush. There's one of those pools right there near the top of your screen, very top of the screen, right there. If you can make out that square, that right there, and there's another pool right there. I think they have 2 pools set up there where they were dipping in for water. They still have access to the reservoir. Yeah, that's actually, the one at the bottom is a pool. There's another pool set up nearby. But yeah, now they're going to be relying on the Encino Reservoir to provide water to those helicopters. There's again a couple of containers that are going to go up, and it does look like this fire is going to jump the fire road, but that is not the fire road of concern. There is no fire retardant there. The fire retardant is just to the north of where this fire is burning. Yeah, while we were in a commercial there, just before we brought you these live pictures, this group of firefighters right here had to move their fire trucks and their vehicles in a hurry because this fire quickly and unexpectedly crept up on that helispot.
What's the military going to do?
Everything they left behind is now going up in flames. So it does appear that it caught them a little bit off guard. We saw a couple of firefighters on foot running away from these flames. But by all accounts, from what we observed, they were able to get everybody out. We don't believe that any firefighters have been injured during this little episode.
Wait, hold on. Chat, what if they, instead of putting retardant and hoping, why don't they just bomb the outer line? Like a line of bombs. Say, fuck it, we'll try a bunch of bombs, and when the fire gets there, it's just soil.
Copy that. Copy that.
Okay, Harvard sent a taxi, chat, because I cannot do this stream today, chat. Harvard sent a fleet of taxis to my house as we speak, chat.
Cooked.
Chat, you take a line over here like this, right? You take a straight line, and you just fucking...
How we doing on fuel?
Why don't
Bro!
they just make it
Bomb! A line of fucking bombs!
Why is your nose so big? XQC people pet the nose, chat. Five head.
They got those. Yeah, but those aren't the same though, because you would have to go to the, you have to go all the way to the water and get, and these are water resuppliers. It makes the airspace a little bit harder to share. Helicopters in small loops aren't as bad to share the airspace than fucking massive planes coming in from the side and fucking wow. And also, they can resupply only a few amount of times. They go really fast.
Copy. Amazingly good or bad? Yeah. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Chat, I actually explained to you why my strat of bombing would be bad. Bro, the United States, bro, they bomb everything. Why not just bomb a couple of fucking bushes and trees?
Suck me daddy. Yo X, why don't they get some guy with blown out speakers in his car and do this to it? Pepper Base link.
This is gonna be a dumb video. I don't think I'm even gonna watch that. I'm not clicking that.
This city skyline game looks so realistic.
There's this cool app that I did a
hold on.
video on a while ago that can actually be used to blow out a flame. Watch it start spinning. Watch what happens when I put it in front of it now. It blows out the fire.
Hi Felix and chat. Thank you for all the
It
laughs
makes it
and
look like
making
there's
my
this
day.
digital fan in
You
here
are
that's
all
blowing out
amazing
the
and I hope you
candle.
all have a
But what-
pleased day. XQCL.
As in a bee house, bro. These people are so fucking brain
You are
dead.
the goat.
Bro, Hassan does not live in the fucking hills like that. What the fuck is this? So dumb. That's so dumb. Why is he thinking shit like that, man? Boy, you're so dumb.
89 months ago we were playing Overwatch. Today we play Marvel Rivals. Full circle. XQCL.
This is an old video. It's kind of cool though. Dude, that must be fucking heavy. Chat, it's crazy.
Why don't they just take the whole city
Chat,
and just
it's a
push
marvel
it
of
someplace
engineering
else?
that this chopper can come in there with a certain amount of weight, get that much weight extra, and then lift that and bring to other places. Chat, aren't choppers so incredible, chat?
Why don't they use a hydrogen bomb? Water is made of hydrogen. Water beats fire.
Helicopter, water. Holy Chad. Yoink. Imagine that, but with cars. You put a massive fucking magnet on the top of that bitch. Ew! Boom! Yes!
38 months.
Like a carbo bomb! That is sick. This is an old video, by the way. Let you know before everybody fucking calls me a conspiracy theory, Andy. Okay, isn't that so cool, though?